So hello, we're back here in my kitchen, which means it must be time to do another book tag. And this time I'm going to be making lunch. And given how well that bagel turned out, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so today's book tag is the How Do We Rate Our Books tag, and this is created by Emily at Novel Novels. I actually went to her channel to make sure I got that right, because alliteration, wow. And I was tagged by Farrah at Bookstalgia, so thank you, Farrah. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. Actually, let's not get straight into this. I need to grab some water. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So much better. Question 1 is, how often do you DNF, or do you DNF? I do DNF. And thanks to Storygraph, I can give you some probably unnecessary stats about exactly how often I do that. According to Storygraph, I don't DNF a book until I've been with it for about 8 days and have read 19% of the book, which this year I decided was way too high because I read some long books and 20% of a book can be quite a bit. So this year my goal is to get that number down to 10%. We'll see how well I do. And out of all the books that I have logged on Storygraph, which who knows how many that is that I've actually finished, 25 books currently in the last 2 years or so, I have DNF'd. So I feel like that's not that much since I DNF about, I read about 60 a year. So maybe out of 120, I've DNF'd 25. You do the math. Ironically, Storygraph didn't do that math for me. So that was way more than I think Emily wanted me to say about DNFing the book, but there you go. Question 2, do you rate books 1 star? Yes, I can and will and did just this year. So I will put that in the cards and you can go and see exactly what will cost me to rate a book 1 star. See, I kept that one short. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. Okay, I found some leftover stir fry, so that's what I'm gonna have. So let's move on to question 3. And sorry, the background is blown out. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Question number 3 is, what is a 2-star book to you? So a 2-star book for me would be a book that I just don't like. Not that I hate it, but one that I wouldn't say is good. It's just like, I just didn't like something about it. And usually that would be like personal preference. Like, I just thought it was quirky and weird and not in a way that I enjoyed. Question number 4, is a 3-star book good to you? Yeah, a 3-star book would be good for me. It would be a book that I would say that I liked, but not a lot. I would just say it's just good. Or maybe I found it meh. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm putting my stir fry in a dish so that I can heat it. But I felt like it would look kind of gross to show you that. So you're just going to hear me clinking around here. Okay, this needs more sauce on it. So let me go get that. Okay, I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me over the microwave, but I guess we'll both find out. So number 4 is, no, I already did number 4. Number 5, what does 4-star means to me? So 4 stars means I definitely liked it. It was a good book, I enjoyed reading it, and I would recommend it to people. So it was good, and it was probably really good if it's a 4-star. Number 6, do you ever do half-star ratings? I used to. I'm trying not to this year because to me that's really just meaning I didn't know how to decide about it, and I'm trying to make decisions. So no, this year, 2024, I do not do half-star ratings. Number 7, I'm going to read it right off my computer here. Do you rate books 5 stars often? What do 5-star books do to make them rate that high? I do rate 5-star books. I don't feel like often. Maybe 1, maybe 2 books a month. So maybe 12 out of the 50 to 60 I read a year. And why? Because a 5-star book, I have to absolutely love it and want to reread it. That is probably the main thing. It needs to be an interesting, unique story, something that I find worthy of note, wanting to mention it to other people, would recommend it to everyone that they read before they die. I want to read it like 17 more times before I die. The bar is high. The bar is very, very high. I want to buy it in hardback so that it will last the rest of my life and my child's life and his children's lives. That's what a 5-star book needs to do for me. And some of them do. It's not that high a bar. Like, it happens. Oh, the food's ready. Okay, because now this is apparently going to be a mukbang. So There's lunch. Thank you, hubby. He made this delicious stir fry. He can do it all the time with whatever we have. I do it and it ends up being like salty vegetables in some watery sauce with mystery meat. He does it and it tastes amazing. Number 8, has your rating of books changed over the years? And yeah, I think it has. I mean, I mentioned how I no longer do half stars this year. So that's one way that it's changed. And I'm always kind of trying to define better for myself the difference between 3, 4, and 5 stars, because I feel like I give those ratings the most often. I don't know if that looks good or disgusting. It tastes good. And number 9 is, where do I record all of my ratings? So you can find my ratings on Storygraph. I do try to record all my ratings there. And I also have a reading journal. And for the last 2 years, I've been keeping a reading journal each year. Probably this year's one is more complete than last year's. And my reading journal is over on that little book cart you see right there in the corner of the screen. So that's it. I will list who I tag down in the description box below, as well as give you a link to both Emily and Farrah's channels so you can go check them out. And if you would like to know exactly what the questions are, then I will also try and put in the card a link to Emily's video so you can go and watch that, because I think that's the best place to get the questions for a tag video is from the person who made the tag. So go watch her video. Thank you, Emily, for making this tag. And again, thank you, Farrah, for tagging me. Yeah. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to do this tag, go ahead. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Now it's time to eat.